Welcome back to the show. Oh my goodness, the U.S. government and Treasury could be about to send crypto to the stratosphere. We'll explain. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.23 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 2.6%. Right now, Bitcoin 60,600 plus, Ethereum 2,600 and stuck. Tether is 116 billion plus market cap. USDC at number 6 spot is 35 billion plus. XRP at the number 7 spot at 60 cents. It's up 3.9 on the 24 and up 5.2 on the 7-day. So most of that is overnight. The range of price between 57 and 61 cents. We're smack dab on the nose right there at 61 cents. We'll keep an eye on it. And I want to remind everybody right now of the amazing opportunity that Link2 is. And I want you to hear me. Because especially if you're in the United States of America here, investing on Link2 has been opened up to all investors. Hello, U.S. investors, to all investors. That's what they're doing now. When Joe and Doso came out and told you a long time ago that their mission, one of their core tenets to their mission was to democratize finance, that's exactly what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Click the link to my sponsor underneath this video and get started today. They have investments for all investors. Hello, U.S. investors. Even if you're accredited or not accredited, to all investors, they have something available for you. And that is a remarkable opportunity. Life-changing, in fact, I dare to say. So make sure you click the link below and check it out for yourself and see if it's right for you. Let's get into this. Oh boy. Okay, we don't always start with the strongest piece of news, or the happiest. Michael Branch rightfully says, no! Talks of Vice President Kamala Harris offering Treasury Secretary position for the SEC Chairman Gary Gensler has responses coming in from both sides of the aisle. Now, I do want to remind people, because this is a part of the conversation, okay? First of all, breaking: Kamala Harris likely to nominate Gary Gensler as the Treasury Secretary if elected. Now, here's the funny part, is that it doesn't say guaranteed. It doesn't say will absolutely, right? But here's the funny part, because this is so funny. I have seen so many lefties out here that have been trying to defend this recent comment out of this article or recent acknowledgement out of this article that Harris's position may only be saying that it's suggesting or likely, and it doesn't mean absolute. Well, here's how grown-ups view it. To even consider Gary Gensler or to have him on a short list is actually the problem. Simply looking beyond crypto, we already know he was complicit in the Russian hoax against a former president, which at my house makes him a criminal. You can decide whatever you want. Let alone we know what a POS he is when it comes to going to MIT, accepting the money up there, and teaching those bright children one particular understanding of cryptocurrency, and then getting the SEC appointment, and then doing 180 degrees opposite, which would only look to support the big banks and not the actual investors he's sworn to protect as the SEC chairman himself. That's what we're talking about here. And I'll tell you, I don't think there's much more embarrassment than watching these lefty Dems out here try to go, she only said she's thinking about it. Doesn't mean that she's actually going to do it, right? Like I said, the problem is having this guy on a list at all. The bigger problem is watching all these dum-dums out here try to support the thought itself. Careful who you're following. I know a lot of people out here lost the privilege to tell me how to be a long time ago. Let's get to this. I was just talking with somebody the other weekend. We were at dinner, and I said, You know, one of the things I really like to pay attention to is the relationships that companies have, the team they've built. Where are they coming from? Axelar team has some pretty notable names on it, ladies and gentlemen. Algorand, Google, IBM, MIT, Consensus. This is what you want to see when doing research on an asset, and Smoke Dog has got fire when he's talking. Should have been Fire Dog, Smoke Dog, because you're always bringing the fire, right? This is what we're talking about. This is the stuff I'm constantly looking for, whether it's Ripple's board of directors, right, or Axelar, right? When I see these connections, I really start to perk up, because people who come from other reputable, successful organizations don't like to step down, right? They like to go to something that's going to be just as big, right, or have the opportunity to become. So I love seeing that, and I wanted to celebrate that. And then here's Zonix. We're making history with the world's first combined equity and debt tokenized fund. This groundbreaking initiative spans data centers across 5 continents, advancing financial markets. And obviously, Axelar hugely involved with Ripple, Ripple involved with Zonix, and this is massive, all being done on the XRP ledger. Okay? Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, let's level set here and go back for a minute to the former CTO, which was Stephen Thomas. I want you to hear this, because this next piece of information about the government and the U.S. Treasury qualifying crypto as currency is going to mean the world to you here. So hold on. Let's level set with this.
When we started working on the Interledger, it was, I was thinking about how to scale XRP Ledger, and obviously, when you think about scaling any database, you're thinking about sharding, having more instances of it. And whenever you do that,
you get the biggest challenges. Well, now you've got your data split up in these different silos. How do you connect them back together? It doesn't stop there, because at the time we were also think about how to integrate these ledgers and bank their ledgers and all these legacy systems. And we started to try to think about interoperability holistically, right? And they certainly got the job done. Now let's go down here to where Marcus Treacher, formerly of Ripple and HSBC and Swift, will tell you very quickly here that it is built and meant to scale to 7 to 9 billion people on Earth.
We configured our technology in a way that really fixed the problem of cross-border payment security very, very well. So for the cross-border payment challenge, we've created an open internet model. We call the idea Interledger. So Interledger, like the internet, supports our Ripple technology globally. And that model does not require a single, universal, common blockchain. It requires a very open blockchain interconnectivity. And that means that the volume is theoretically infinite. The internet never runs out of capacity. Elements do, but the internet still works because it's inherently decentralized. So Ripple is the same. Through a decentralized model, which is infinitely scalable. Supporting that, we have a liquidity proposition, which uses XRP, and that's a classic blockchain. But XRP was designed from the outset for transacting. So unlike the likes of Bitcoin, which is very slow and slows down as you continue to build on volume, the XRP model is very, very, very high speed and very high capacity. So the liquidity part is very adequately served by the XRP model. The wider network we're creating, where if you're really going to create something of value for 7 billion people in the world of 9 billion by 2050.
And there you have it. So, that's not like a YouTuber thing to dream. This is what the C-level executives are taught and to carry as an understanding, as their core objectives and goals, to think when making relationships and partnerships, building infrastructure, thinking about scaling. That's how big this is. And this is big too. After long rejecting cryptos, the U.S. Treasury and the Federal Reserve are considering reclassifying cryptos as currency under the Bank Secrecy Act, marking a decisive turning point in the U.S. regulatory approach to digital assets. Really? Well, this is incredible. Now, coming into this, by considering reclassifying cryptos as currency under the Bank Secrecy Act, authorities are sending a strong signal the era of light regulation is coming to an end. This decision, which could be finalized by 2025, we heard Senator Chuck Schumer say so. He's been holding us hostage in the Senate. More than mere legislative adjustment, it could reshape the future of crypto industry by reaffirming the need for transparency compliance, which, while challenging the very foundation of decentralization that have defined the ecosystem so far. So, after long rejecting the notion of cryptos being currency, they're turning around and considering the option. This new definition will apply not only to digital assets that act as substitutes for traditional currencies, but also to those that have not yet attained legal tender status. This development comes in context where cryptos, despite their exponential growth, remain partially outside their traditional regulatory frameworks. By integrating these assets into scope of financial transparency rules, regulators hope to fill current gaps and put an end to possible abuses. The revision proposed by Treasury and Federal Reserve is still in consultation phase, but it could be finalized by 2025, thus providing a clear, stricter framework for the future of crypto transactions in the United States. So, with that being said, you have to think about this, because if it falls under a currency, then you're integrating these assets under the Bank Secrecy Act. Oh my goodness. Now we know why Gary Gensler has been squashing the shit out of crypto. Because they're going to make it a currency as a whole, and then all of these things can be scooped up and controlled and regulated and issued by the banks. You know, the ones that have been watching for more than a decade, all their customers run over and get all of this stuff that they can't give them. Well, if it's a currency, that's where you're going to have to go to get it. Right? There you go. So this is getting super exciting to see how this is happening, because I say to you, this gives great reason why XRP back in 2015 was registered as a virtual currency by FinCEN, right? This is a remarkable moment coming if they do this. If you make a currency designation for all of crypto, which I think they should do, majority. I think there's some that classify not as crypto or currency, but I get it. But broadly, if you're going with a currency designation, this is good. Because now not only do you have the money of the world floating around, but you would now be introducing all of this other crypto digital currency as well. And what better need would you have to solve the friction of that classification than to introduce a bridge currency like XRP to help solve it all? So the ones that want to hold it still can, and the ones that don't can use a bridge currency to convert it. Because they may not want US dollars either, because there's a day of reckoning coming for us on that front as well. And that may play in our favor too, because if we have a currency designation for XRP, I think a lot of people will seek that dry land, that high ground in safety in a moment of transition like we may be experiencing, or just inflation or more hyperinflation to that matter. Things are heating up, and so are the charts, ladies and gentlemen. The XRP Bollinger Band squeezed for a year. Experts say many are not ready for what is to come, and if a currency designation comes for crypto, I say we may not be ready either. There's even a prophecy now where this gentleman here has said XRP has come to him in prophecy. Take a listen.
I'm telling you all this. You need to seek the Lord for yourself, but I'm telling you, it's going to come through certain cryptos, and it's going to come, that's what I hear, and maybe it'll be through something for you for something else, okay? But I'm telling you, I keep seeing XRP, and like I said, I'm not telling you to invest in it. That's on you. Do not say, hey, you told me to invest in it. No, I'm telling you, there's going to be something in my spirit, in my opinion, with XRP in the near future.
Now, I don't know how often this guy is right, but this guy 3 months before the attempt on DJT's life happened, called it. Now, I don't know if he's calling this, and I don't know if he's predicted 1,000 things and only one thing has happened, or if he's predicted 100 things and 98 of them have happened, or 100 of them. I don't know. But what I do know is I think it's cool that we actually get our own prophecy. Who gets that? I don't even know. That's how amazing this space is. We got it all, baby. We got it all. And I thought you'd enjoy seeing it one way or the other. So, with that being said, not financial advice from me, him, or anyone else. Two prominent more technical analysts identify an XRP golden cross on a different time frame with projections from 10 times to 650 times. 10 times would put us at, obviously, $6 plus right now. And 650 times would put us north of $300. Now, I got to be honest. I don't think either one of these are horrible. So, I mean, I know we all love the 650 times, right? But I'm just saying, all of these are something we could stomach, right? Because it's better than 28 cents. So this is getting exciting. Could the U.S. be, as we have talked about on this channel before, the actual catalyst for crypto? Well, the closer we get, I think that answer is a resounding yes. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. You can join us at digperspectives.com. Support us at the Freedom Zone for next to nothing. Or join the DPMG and really get to it in there the way the rest of us are. It's a remarkable opportunity. You want to learn how to use XRP Ledger Automated Market Makers. We got it in there. You won't believe how easy we make it for you to understand. And all the rest of it. And not to mention, the biggest attribute to this group is the group itself. They're amazing, smart people, and you wouldn't believe the things that they're getting done in there or the amount of knowledge and experience they have that can help you avoid the next thing that you are getting ready to get into. We have it all in there. Make sure you join us. That's going to do it for me. I'll catch all of you on the next one.